Admiral Zekthor's three eyes widened in disbelief as the sensor readings scrolled across his command terminal. The Valdari Empire had ruled the galaxy for 3 millennia, their fleet of crystalline warships unmatched in both elegance and lethality. Never, in all those centuries, had they encountered anything like what now materialized at the edge of human space. The Imperial Reconnaissance Fleet had been monitoring the humans for decades. The species was young, barely 2 centuries into their space age, and had been classified as a minor threat. Primitive weapons, crude propulsion systems, and laughably inefficient energy shields. The Empire had planned to incorporate them through diplomatic channels, perhaps offering them protectorate status in exchange for their mineral-rich worlds. Those plans evaporated the moment the UHNS Indomitable dropped out of hyperspace. "Commander," Zekthor's second-in-command whispered, his voice trembling. "The readings must be malfunctioning. Nothing that size should be able to move." But the sensors weren't malfunctioning. The human Dreadnought stretched nearly 15 kilometers from bow to stern, a brutalist nightmare of gunmetal gray plating and angular protrusions. Where Valdari ships were works of art, flowing curves of crystalline perfection, this was pure function over form. It looked like something carved from a mountain and hurled into space through sheer spite. Zekthor had seen the intelligence reports. Humanity's largest warship, their so-called battlecruiser, was barely 2 kilometers long. This thing was 7 times that size. How had they built it? Where had they built it? The Empire's spy networks had detected nothing, no construction signatures, no unusual resource movements. "Hail them," Zekthor ordered, fighting to keep his voice steady. "Standard first contact protocols." The communication officer worked his console, then looked up with confusion. "Admiral, they're responding on multiple frequencies simultaneously. Audio, visual, quantum, and they're using our military encryption codes." A chill ran down Zekthor's spine. Those codes were changed weekly and considered unbreakable. The viewscreen flickered to life, revealing a human female in a crisp black uniform. Her face was young, but her eyes held the weight of countless battles. Behind her, the Dreadnought's bridge stretched into the distance, a cathedral of war staffed by hundreds of crew members. "Admiral Zekthor of the Valdari Empire," she said, her tone cordial but carrying an undertone of iron. "I am Captain Sarah Chen of the United Human Naval Ship Indomitable. You are hereby ordered to withdraw your fleet from human territorial space immediately." Zekthor's scales rippled with indignation. "Captain Chen, you address a senior officer of the Valdari Imperial Fleet with demands? Your civilization has existed for barely 873 years, Chen interrupted. Since we achieved faster-than-light travel. We know precisely how long we've been among the stars, Admiral. We also know that your fleet has been violating our borders for the past 6 months, cataloging our defenses, mapping our worlds." She leaned forward slightly. "We know everything about you, Admiral. Every ship class, every weapons system, every tactical doctrine in your database. We've been watching you watch us." The Admiral's blood ran cold. "Impossible. The Valdari were the masters of intelligence gathering, their networks spanning thousands of worlds. How could these primitives have penetrated their systems?" "You're bluffing," Zekthor said, but his voice lacked conviction. Chen's expression didn't change. "Your flagship, the Celestial Radiance, carries a complement of 412 crew members. Its primary weapon is a focused maser array powered by captured starlight. Maximum effective range, 800,000 kilometers. Rate of fire, once every 43 seconds. Your shields are optimized against energy weapons but vulnerable to kinetic impacts above 3,000 meters per second." She paused. "Shall I continue?" The bridge fell silent. Every officer stared at the viewscreen in horror. That information was classified at the highest levels. "Humanity had a choice when we discovered we weren't alone in the universe," Chen continued. "We could have announced ourselves, joined the galactic community, played by established rules." Her eyes hardened. "But we've studied history, Admiral. Every time a younger civilization encounters an older one, the younger civilization suffers. Colonization, subjugation, cultural erasure. We decided we would not be victims. She gestured, and the viewscreen split. On one side remained Captain Chen, on the other appeared a schematic of the Indomitable. Zekthor felt his heart sink as he studied it. The Dreadnought bristled with weapons. Not the elegant energy weapons favored by the Empire, but crude, terrifying kinetic systems. Railguns capable of launching projectiles at relativistic speeds. Missile batteries that could blanket space with nuclear fire. Point defense systems so dense that nothing could penetrate them. And buried deep in its core, a power signature that made no sense, fusion reactions operating at efficiency levels that shouldn't be possible. We spent 70 years preparing for this moment, Chen said. 70 years of silent observation, of learning everything about galactic civilization while revealing nothing about ourselves. We built this ship and 19 others like it in the dark spaces between stars, where your sensors couldn't find them. We designed every system specifically to counter your technology. Admiral Zekthor opened his mouth to respond, but Chen wasn't finished. You have 24 hours to withdraw all Imperial forces from human space. If you do not comply, we will consider it an act of war. And Admiral? She leaned closer to the camera. We don't fight wars like you do. We don't duel with elegance. We don't honor ancient traditions. When humans go to war, we go to win, and we do whatever it takes to ensure victory. Do you understand? Zekthor understood perfectly. He was staring at a civilization that had weaponized paranoia, that had turned fear of the unknown into a technological revolution. The Empire had ships that were beautiful, powerful, refined through millennia of warfare against similar foes. Humanity had built something that existed solely to kill those ships as efficiently as possible. I will relay your message to the Imperial Council, Zekthor said quietly. See that you do, Chen replied. And Admiral? Tell them that the Indomitable isn't our most powerful ship. It's just the one we're willing to show you. The transmission ended. Zekthor stared at the viewscreen for a long moment, then turned to his crew. Set course for Imperial space, he ordered. Maximum speed. And send a priority message to the homeworld. He paused, choosing his words carefully. Tell them we've made a terrible mistake. The humans aren't primitives. They're predators. And they've been hunting us since the day we found them. As the Imperial fleet retreated, the Indomitable hung in space like a monument to human ingenuity and ruthlessness, a warning to the galaxy that humanity would bow to no empire, no matter how ancient or powerful. The age of easy conquest was over. A new player had entered the game, and they had rewritten all the rules.